Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode, and I just gotta say, Seamus, first off, listen, I was excited about this movie since day one. If you see the title of this video, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about The Wild Robot today, which is DreamWorks' newest movie, and it's about a robot named Roz who gets stranded on an island in the middle of the wilderness and befriends a little tiny gosling, which she has to raise. And some other things happen in the movie, but the movie is basically just a film about this robot learning how to live, and gaining like sentience and emotion. And this was a movie I was excited about right from the first trailer. I kind of became obsessed with it for a while. Like, there was a period where the trailer came out where I was just like, this movie is going to be my everything when it comes out. This is like skyrocketed to like my number one of the year. Like, after Deadpool and Wolverine, this was probably it. I was so excited for this movie, especially after Puss in Boots' Last Wish, which has a lot of sentimental value to me as well, because like that was the video on my channel that got the most views and most likes and the most just everyone talking about it.
That's right.
It got like 25,000 views.
Damn.
And I was just like, bro, thank you, because that movie was so special to me, and I'm hoping this is the same situation for this movie, because I love supporting these kind of movies, like the very, I guess say the more beautiful, gorgeous films that I think for most people, like, especially for something like Puss in Boots, not a lot of people were like hype, They were kind of like, we were the exception, because I thought it looked beautiful, but like, from an audience member, I felt like it didn't really get a whole lot of, I guess you could say, praise right off the bat, but then people started to watch it and it gained that love. And I think this is kind of one of those films as well, because honestly, I think this is going to fall into the exact same category, because this movie, and I thought about this is my favorite of the year. I'm sorry. We had a very long conversation about it where I tried to tiptoe around the fact that it was a 9. It's a 10, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to say it right now. I love this friggin' movie, dude.
I respect it.
Yeah. I know you have some different opinions, so I'm going to hear from you now. Because, like, I know you have some other things to say. But
I was also very excited to see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamworks revival, man. It's about damn time.
Yes.
They're on a good run here. We got the bad guys. We got Puss in Boots' Last Wish. We the bad guys.
We the bad guys.
And now we got this. I know
Yeah.
there's more projects on the horizon.
I don't actually... sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No,
but
you're good.
I actually heard that they're going to stop making their own animated movies. And they're more going to, like... they're more, like, going to be, like... How are you supposed to put it? Licensed off to, like, help with other productions. That's what I heard.
Oh, shit.
I heard that they're kind of stepping away from making big movies like this, which is so... I think it's so bad.
Dude!
Like, we need a competitor to Disney.
I know.
Like, we do, because Disney's just going to keep making, and I hate to say this, they're going to occasionally make good things, but most of the time, it's just going to be sequels and slog. That's all it's going to be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because, and if you don't agree with that, like, look at their most recent announcements. Like, was there a single original film they announced at, like, their little panel?
I don't think
it was a single
all
one.
sequels.
Every
all
single
sequels
one.
or remakes or something like
Literally.
that.
Like Incredibles 3, Moana 2, there was a Zootopia 2, they're remaking Lilo and Stitch, which could be a whole video in itself. I'm not happy about that. But, like, they're really just not focusing on making original films, and that is what I feel like Cinema Reno is missing, because this movie just hit every box of what I wanted. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, the animation is absolutely breathtaking. It took my breath away. So many scenes. Like, there's a great scene with, like, the Brooklyn Gate Bridge, like the Red Bridge, whatever. But there's, like, whales and stuff, like, swimming under it. Because this is in a world where I think something went down, so, like, society isn't what it used to be. But gorgeous. All the water in this movie, too. Oh my God. Like, I was just in awe the entire time. And the plot and, like, the emotional beats just... I may have cried a couple times. Like, I was into it, man. Like, this one... hit me at a level I was not expecting. And even then, I was expecting it to hit me pretty hard. But the sheer level, like, I was just in this spot at one point. I had a moment where I had to rest my head, or my head on my hand, and just kind of, like, sit there and take it in, man. I was like, this should not be messing me up as much as it is, but it did. But, like, honestly, just... I think I might be a terrible person to, like, talk about things I dislike, because I really don't have any. Like... I think we slightly talked about the pacing when we came out of the movie. Do you want to kind of talk about that? Because, like, I feel like I'm on a rant right now where I can never talk about this bad movie in a bad way. I'm going to be honest with you.
Dude, no, I really respect it. I'm glad that you resonated with it so much. Because I know you were so hyped for it. Yeah. So that's freaking awesome, man. I don't know. I definitely enjoyed it. I just don't think I enjoyed it quite as much as you did.
Obviously.
I didn't find the emotional beats hit that well for me. I don't know.
Agree.
I feel like I'm totally in the minority though. Like I'm looking online, this is getting widespread critical acclaim. Now I'm thinking like,
doesn't have like a 98% right now?
Yeah, it's like 4.2 in Letterboxd. Like everybody is absolutely loving it. So I don't know if I'm just like maybe this is an L for me. Maybe
you're a weirdo.
Watch it again. Maybe I'm a weirdo. I don't know. I didn't find the emotional beats to hit that hard for me.
How so? I'm curious.
I don't know. I feel like part of it was the pacing. I feel like they didn't have enough time to really explore a dynamic between the robot and the duck. I found, I don't know, man. I just didn't. I wasn't into it as much as I was hoping to be. Like I definitely could see what they were going for.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was honestly kind of rushed. I thought I didn't really like how at the end it was like. I guess we can't really go into spoilers.
Yeah, maybe that's spoilers, but I will agree with you on that.
I didn't like the turn it took. I kind of liked it to have more of the natural elements, and it just being this odd robot is an outlier.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the ending too much.
It felt like repetitive in a certain way.
Yeah.
I will say that was the one thing I will say. I will agree with you a little bit, but even that, in my opinion, it really doesn't take away a lot.
No, that's fair. I respect that. I think those are just my main criticisms for, because like visually this is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, this is one of the best looking movies ever made, easily.
Top 5,
stunning
at least,
dude.
Like I really thought about it. Like there are some movies like I love this style. It's very similar to, I would say, Last Wish, but it was like if that movie was like polished like 10 times more. It feels like every little like aspect of the animation is incredible.
Just like beautiful watercolor, like
dude,
man,
and all the designs too, like all the animals, like fantastic. Every single one, dude. And the robot, I love the robot so much too.
Yeah, like a lot of like Ghibli kind of vibes.
It reminds me a lot of like a Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
I said it wrong. Whatever. It reminds me of that style of film, like truly. And even like the music, I think complements it really well. Like there's a really good scene in my opinion. Like is it a pop song? I think you know what I'm talking about. It's when they're trying to teach the duck how to fly.
Oh,
and I don't know. I felt like that was a really beautiful scene. Like I'm usually not a fan of like using like licensed songs in movies. Like it usually just feels like we're just using this because it's popular. And I don't even know if this one was necessarily popular, but it just worked. Like it just really, really worked for me. Like all the music and stuff. And I felt the voice acting was extremely strong in this movie as well.
There was great voice.
Like Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
so good. He's hilarious too.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was great. And
Fink.
I liked Fink. What is with Fox characters being like the standout of these movies? Like with Zootopia, like Nick Wilde is the best character in that movie, by far.
Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox. Dude, you took it out of my mouth.
You can't go wrong with a Fox character.
Dude, you cussing me? You cussing me? Only the real ones will get that reference. But no, like the voice acting was great. Lupita Nyong'o, I think her name is, great as Roz. Like I really like the one thing I really appreciate that was very subtle is her transition from being, the stereotypical robot completing tasks to the more like robot with more humanity. Like you can see her gain humanity as the movie goes on. She slowly starts to go against her programming. I loved that. It was such a subtle little detail, but I really appreciated it. It made her feel like much more of a character, in my opinion. Because at the beginning of the movie, it's very much like a comedic thing, and then more it goes on, she starts to question like her life and pretty much and what she's made to do, and it just worked, in my opinion. Like I thought it was just really well done, personally. All those little aspects, just like the tiny stuff, like gorgeous, just beautiful. I loved it, and then it was also funny as well, which I was surprised by. I thought this would be a movie that was just sweet. But it's like really funny and it goes dark sometimes.
Yeah, a bit of dark comedy, which is nice.
Yeah, they may make a joke or two about like a mother losing her child and being okay with it. That was very strange, but it was funny.
Caught me off guard, but that got lots of laughs too from the audience.
Oh
yeah, the parents were like, ah!
Yeah. Well, I feel like the audience locked in at a certain point.
Oh yeah.
Like at the beginning of the movie, it was like your stereotypical kids laughing and like not crying. But like talking, but I felt when it got to a certain point, like I guess when the first like big plot point happens, that I don't want to spoil because it is a spoiler. I feel like everyone after that point was just locked in. I didn't hear, like I occasionally heard a kid, you know. But it was not as like rowdy as I thought it would be, and I think it's just because how engaging it is. Like it really just like I was fully invested in everything that was going on personally. Even if like you said, if you said like the pacing is a little weird, like I would agree to a certain extent, but like really it didn't take away at all anything to me. I loved it so much, dude. Like, unironically, I think this might be at least a top 10 favorite animated movie of all time.
Dang,
like honestly, this one hit me.
No, that's great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is your pick for number 1 of the year.
Oh, so far, yeah.
So far,
I don't know what would change that. Maybe like Nosferatu.
Yeah.
But like we'll see. But like this is definitely number 1 right now. I loved it. But I think I'll say it with just right now, just so we can get it out of the way. It's a 10 for me. I already said it. Yeah. It's a 10. But what do you think? Because I know you had a different score you gave it.
Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Don't. If you say anything lower than a 6,
no,
I swear to God,
nothing like that. I'd give it a 7. I'd give it. See,
that's still too low.
And even saying that, like that coming out of my mouth, that feels like an ugly thing to say.
It feels wrong. I'm sorry.
Because
even I would have accepted an 8, but a 7. I don't know, dude. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but man, you have to understand how much I loved this movie. I was shocked when we walked out and you said it was a 7. I was like, really? Yeah. I was like, no way. You gotta be joking here.
I won't lie. Then you started like gushing about talking about being a 10. So I'm like, did I miss something? Like, I feel like I need to watch it again.
Yeah. Like, it's like Transformers 1, which we will talk about one day.
Yeah.
Like, it was the exact same thing. We walked out and I was like, dude, this is peak. Like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And then you're like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay is a little bit of a harsh word. It's good.
Yeah.
Also that. But no, it's the same thing.
I don't know what my problem is, man. I don't know what my problem
Maybe
is.
Maybe you're seeing something I'm not seeing. Maybe it's just the opposite. I don't think it is, though.
No, I don't. It's getting widely acclaimed.
Yeah.
Either way, regardless of my feelings on it, I'm so happy to see that audiences are enjoying it. I hope it kills it at the box office, so maybe DreamWorks will reconsider, like,
hopefully
keep going with their studio.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many other things they could adapt. There's so many new things they can create.
And books, too. Because this is based on a book.
Bro, give me that Bad Guys sequel.
Dude,
please.
It was apparently in development. I don't know what happened now. I don't know if it's still happening. Because I heard somewhere say that they are working on that. But we need it. We simply need it.
We need it.
They make so many good movies that go so under the radar. And I feel like this might be one of them. We'll see. I felt like there was a lot more people excited about this movie, like online especially. I saw a lot of people like, this movie's going to mess me up in so many different ways.
I cried during the trailer.
Yeah. Well, it's
real.
To be honest, I teared up.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I teared up a little bit. Like, this is going to be one of those. I'm going to cry. And I did. 3 times exactly. Once in the middle. I teared up once closer to the beginning, in the middle I teared up, and then the end I teared up. That's what happened. It messed me up, dude.
I was dehydrated after the movie.
Dude, I was looking like a decrepit skeleton from no water in my system after the wild robot.
Waterworks.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a 10. It's a 10.
No, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
But what does everyone else think? Leave your opinions in the comments. Did you like this movie? Did you hate it? I'm genuinely curious. I think there'll be more people that really come out of this movie enjoying it. Absolutely. But if you don't I would genuinely be interested. Like, what didn't work for you? And just leave a comment. We always love reading them. I personally love reading just, especially some of the negative ones because it gives me a new perspective.
Totally.
I feel you're not going to sway me, but I'm interested. I would like to hear it. But with that, I hope you had a fun time watching this episode. We'll be back at you soon, and I hope you have a great day.
Thanks, guys.